Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Pretty Hands Mah Jongg readings. This reading is for my Earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorns for the upcoming week of March 4th, 2019. We have, let's see, on the 5th, the Mercury goes retrograde. Can't you tell? I'm already slurring my words. And so that means, of course, technology, travel, communication, may have some issues in those areas. And then on the 6th, we have the new moon in Pisces. So we have the moon and the sun in Pisces, which could kind of be in because Pisces is a sign of deceit and uncertainty. So you may have some new beginnings that you don't have all the answers to yet. So just be aware of that, Earth signs. Okay? So what are the major themes for my Earth signs for the upcoming week of March 4th, 2019, please? Okay. So let's see. Look, I can't even get the cards, y'all. 4-wine loop, 8 bamboo mushroom, and 33. Ooh, love. Alright, Earth signs. So, angel number 48. Look it up and see if it resonates with you. So you got the lute, right, as the first sign. I like this. I like this. Talk about the sound of music, right? Joy, happiness, splendor. Also an old man. I don't know your life. But just being happy, right? Taking advantage of the sunlight that's coming, right? We're moving into daylight savings time next week. And just having your time in the sun is what I'm getting. Earth signs, which is good because earth signs can be very serious a lot of times, and this is saying just relax, right? It's time for you to play. Now's your time. Then you got the 8 bamboo mushroom. This is about mystery, about something out of the ordinary happening, right? It could also be an older man in your life who starts to behave out of the ordinary, right? Does something differently. This could be about situations in your life that kind of go off course. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, but just things happening that are unexpected. So expect the unexpected this week, especially as it relates to an older man or even your joy this week. Maybe do something off the beaten path that makes you happy, right? You walk past, some flowers, smell them, right? It don't have to be nothing big, Earth signs, because I know y'all very practical, very stable, but just something small. Or maybe you could go bungee jumping or something. I don't know. I don't know your life. And then we have the center card, right? So center is about success. Everything is right on the money. It's also about love. So for some of you, you could be being serenaded. You could have an older guy who is very jovial, very happy, behaving out of the ordinary, and trying to get your attention, right? As it comes to love, it also could be about your objectives being manifested, right? Things that you're trying to do, right on the money, right? They're on target, but coming as a result of unexpected ways, something unexpected happening, right? Manifesting in a way that you didn't see coming, and all coming off of your joy, right? You're just being happy and just letting the energy flow on its own. So let's clarify the loop, please. So you got 3 bamboo toad, 6 wine fire, and then 9 circles unicorn. Okay. So with your happiness or your joy. Okay, so this could be a wise old man, right? An older guy. He don't have to be old. He's just older than you. It could be for like about 3 minutes or something, just older. A father figure, a grandpa, a person in your church, a person on your job, a mentor. Wisdom. There's wisdom coming from this guy. Also, this could mean healing, right? Contemplation. Some of you could be overextending yourself, overly ambitious, right? So be careful about that, about what you're trying to accomplish. Now, if it's about your ambitions, then you might be biting off more than you can chew at this very moment, right? It's kind of like, seeing the sunshine and seeing it, the weather goes up to like 75 one day, in spring, and then you just pack up all your winter clothes, and you're like, wait a minute, we still have to, it ain't just quite, that's what makes, kind of being hasty. And then it could end with some being stressed out, mental exhaustion, burning some bridges, and you're just having to be honest with yourself. Now, that could also be taken where there is some healing coming through your happiness, your joy, your ability to be happy is what's going to heal you, right? So the activities that you engage in that make you happy are what is going to bring you your healing ultimately. Um, but then having this toad near this fire, I just really feel like y'all are in your head too much. You're overthinking some stuff, and it's causing some mental exhaustion, right? You just burning away your mental resources. I don't get that this is money. I get that you're exhausting yourself by overthinking something like how to be happy or something about an older guy. Maybe you're stressed out. Maybe someone is sick. You have a sick grandpa, a sick father, um, or something like that, and it's stressing you out. And you are asked to just be honest with yourself and to listen to your intuition, right? And to relax, right? Have fun. Um, let the little specks of sunshine and joy lead you, right? Don't just stress, because that's not gonna help your situation. Let's clarify the mushroom card. Okay, so we got some good news. Got 5 circles dragon, 8 circles tiger, and then 3 wine earth. So let's see. We got 5 circles dragon. Okay, so with the 5 circles dragon, this is talking about the thing that's out of the ordinary that's gonna happen, right? Or maybe what you are going to do out of the ordinary in order to get to success, and or that brings you joy. So also gonna bring a stroke of luck. So that's cool. Things going your way. The winds suddenly blowing in your favor, right? It could have to do with money too, right? It could be another position that you take on, or another project, or another client, um, something like that. But whatever you do that's out of the ordinary, whatever opportunity that you have to go against the grain, do something that is off the beaten path, it could benefit you financially too. Then we got the tiger, 8 circle tiger. It's about an authority figure. So maybe you are to ask your boss for a raise, something like that. Be brave, be strong. Now, I think it's interesting that we have the tiger clarifying the mushroom, because this is an authority figure and this is something out of the ordinary, right? So maybe this authority figure could look, forget about you asking for a raise. Maybe they could give you a raise. Maybe this person could, it could be an inheritance. A person could just give you money, right? And it'll definitely be a male, older male. So we got the tiger and the loop, and both of those are older males. Um, that'll lead to your success, your happiness, right? So could be good news coming from an authority figure or from doing something off the beaten path. Then we got the 3 wine earth. Again, so this is about environment. This is about um, the area where you live, work, play, study, right? Your surroundings. It could also be internal, right? Inside of your office, your house, things like that. Expect something out of the ordinary to happen, and actually make it happen. Do something that you normally wouldn't do, earth signs, in order to, that's how you're gonna achieve your objectives. That's where your happiness is going to come from, right? Yeah, this tiger and this earth definitely looks like a work situation. All right, so let's clarify the center card, please. Last card pulled. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit of stress. No big deal, because we know about it. Okay. So for bamboo carp, so from this success that you are going to get, from this romance, from things going your way, um, it wasn't without a cost. You definitely paid for it on some end, right? And now this is stress relief after having dealt with anxiety, exhaustion, things like that. We knew that, right? Because we have the fire card. But it was to get to your success, right? So just think about if you're training for something and you're training to run a marathon or something like that and you win. Yeah, you're going to win, but guess what? Definitely there was a price that you had to pay on some level. So this is saying this represents relief after having done what you need to do to make your success happen, right? A lot of action, a lot of things in action, a lot of you in motion, right? Again, to achieve this goal, it's going to require some form of motion. It's going to require a lot of energy. Make sure you don't burn yourself out. And it's ultimately to your greater good, and it could benefit you financially. Just don't burn yourself out, right? Don't overthink things, because that's what that's looking like. We have the fire, and then the tiger, and then the insect. Like, okay, you're doing a lot of overthinking. You are using your left brain too much. Because ultimately, look, the last card of the spread. I don't like this. This is North, right? Distress, right? Things not going right in your environment as a result of you having overthought, you having moved too fast, right? So make sure, I cannot stress this enough, that you are really plotting out your moves before you make them, right? You're not rushing into something. Also, the insect near the north is letting me know too that short-term things, this is short-term, right? So little small things could be stressing you out. You could be stressing over the details, or you could be stressing over something that's not going to last anyway, right? It's not going to last anyway. It's not something that you should be stressing over, right? It's just for the moment. So make sure that you're not overthinking, you're not overworking, you're not mentally exhausting yourself, right? And not being overly ambitious. Because ultimately, you have to loot the mushroom in the center. So you have your joy and things happening, but you just got to do something out of the ordinary to get to it. That's all. So that was interesting because the main message was all the way positive, but then the details was kind of like, let me tell you something. Okay, so let's clarify for our Capricorns. Okay, so Capricorns, 4 bamboo card, angel number 4. Look that up, please. So Capricorns, your message is to just think, plot it out, meditate, look over the horizon. Don't get bogged down in the small details. Do what makes you happy. Do something out of the ordinary. Accept your good as it comes, because it's coming. You're right on the money this week, right? But make sure that you are taking time to think about things before you do them. You're taking time to be grateful, right? He's contemplating. He's letting the universe know that he's grateful for everything that is happening around him, good and bad. Stress relief, right? Do something to make sure that you are keeping your mind strong and you're keeping your emotions limber too, right? You don't want to be too up and down, up and down, up and down. He's at peace, Capricorn. So be at peace. Don't rush into things. Right, we'll do Virgo next. Virgo. Right, so 7 bamboo tortoise. Everybody's getting these bamboo cards. This is about an older man. Earth signs. Okay, Virgo. So first of all, angel number 7, look that up. The tortoise. Make sure, again, I told you, don't rush into stuff. Don't trip over anything. Literally, don't trip over anything for you, Virgo. These rocks are there. You saw them rocks before, those rocks are there before you were there on your path. Make sure that you are walking over them carefully. Make sure you are paying attention to the obstacles in the road, obviously, to get to your dreams, but you're not getting distracted by them. Right? He's not, the tortoise isn't staring at these rocks. He's not scared of the rocks, first of all. He's asserting himself like the tiger. But also, he's not getting too bogged down in the details of the rock. He's not looking at every little, oh, no, I got to do this. No, he's slowly moving over the rocks, maneuvering about them, but he has his eyes to the sky. He has his sights set on the bigger picture, on what he's trying to accomplish. He's not letting those rocks get in his way. So make sure that you are doing that. He's not letting the small things in his way. He's acknowledging them, but it's like, okay, this is nothing really. This is nothing. Right, last but not least, Taurus. Bamboo. Alright, you got a guardian. So Taurus, you could really be having some issues this week. I feel like, let me see, let's go draw another one because I want to. Okay, Taurus. So you're having some issues in your house. There could be an older guy, an older man, or at work. And just that's what's the cause of your stress this week or what you're trying to accomplish this week. You have to do something out of the ordinary, right? We talked about that in the general reading that makes you happy and will ultimately get to your success. But be strong, right? Make sure that you are realizing that you are accomplishing something. Whatever you're setting out to accomplish is happening, right? Do not let the issues at work or at home stress you out. You need to be strong. You are being tested in these areas. There's a reason for it. It could be, again, a boss is testing you to see if you're worthy of the promotion. It could be life is testing you to see if you're worthy of something better in these areas, right? A better house or a better job. But make sure that you realize that you are acquiring wisdom as a result and you are standing tall, right? Stand true in yourself. Don't compromise your morals in order to make this thing come true. All right. Have a great week, y'all. Peace out.